Hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to take a look at the conference room booking application that I have created in PowerApps Canvas apps. So for this application, first we are going to take a look at the complete demo. Then we are going to see the PowerApps and we are going to go through the screens and the code I have written. And then we are going to take a look at the Power Automate flow associated with it. Also, the solution part here as well. So in the solution, I have created multiple tables, multiple connections. So that also I will explain you. So first we are going to take a look at demo. So this is the home screen when you open the app in the mobile. So this is the completely responsive application. So you don't see the black bar up and down in your mobile. I'm using the simulator in my desktop. So once you open the application in mobile, you will have the same look and feel. This is the home screen where you can see the today's booking. So here the only booking will appear that is booked today. To see all bookings, we have view all. So once you click on view all, then you can see all your bookings. So today and future date as well. For new booking, there is another screen associated where you can book a new room. Then in the room section, we can see all the conference room in our organization. Here we have showing the data like what is the room capacity. Then here are some icons that represent the devices. So this is for the audio device available or not, then TV and then projector. So these all configuration we can do in our Dataverse table. And then at the last we have the logout option for the mobile to exit the application. Currently I did not have any bookings for today, so that's why it is showing the message. To book a new room, I will create a new booking. By default it will auto populate today's date. As I am using the modern control, in that we have the property where user cannot select the past date, so that I have restricted. So once you open this date picker, you cannot select the past date, you can only select the future date. Then we have the start time, select and end time. So here if you aware about the existing template of Power Apps, which is called book a room, where you can select the start time and end time, but it will display all the times from the start, like from 12 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. But in this application, what I have did, so it will show only the times that is in future. Let's say currently this is 11 a.m. to now, the at the time of the recording this video, currently my system time is 11 a.m. So that's why it is showing the 11 a.m. from the start and future. So it is not showing the 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. for today. But if I select the future date, it will show me time from the 12 a.m. So this is the enhancement we can say that I did here, because in the existing template you can select the past time as well and it will display the error message. So as per user experience point of view, I did some changes in this. So for the, I will select the current date only. I will select the start time. So as you can see, now the start time is setting as 11:30 because 11 is already passed. So my system time is 11 a.m. That's why it is showing the start time is 11:30. Then I can select the end time. So here also, depending on the start time, I am showing the end time. So in existing template, it is showing the past time as well. But what I did is whatever time you selected, it will show the future time for the end time. So let's say I have selected 11:30, then it is showing the end time as 11:30 onwards. So let's say if I select, let's say 5 p.m., then it will show me times from 5:30, 6 p.m. So the future time as well, right? So this is the enhancement I did. So for now, I will select from, let's say I want to book a room from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Here we are showing the duration 3 hours. So here the limit is you can only book a room for minimum 30 minutes and maximum 8 hours. So let's say there is a 2 p.m. and maximum I can do is up to 10 p.m. But if I select the 10:30, then it will show me error message like you can only book a room for 30 minutes and maximum 8 hours. So I'm going to select the 5 p.m. Duration will be 3 hours. This is auto calculated. So that just a UI I have added so that we can know like how much meeting time is. So for the selected time, all the available room will be displayed here. User can see the meeting room capacity, then what are the devices available here. So let's say for this room, for this meeting, I will select the LA, Los Angeles. I can see the room image, I can see the room location, and here we have to put a meeting detail. So this is completely optional, but is it, it's a good, it's recommended that you put a meeting detail here. Like default I am showing is the current logged in user name, and I am just appending this booking text here. So you can change this to, let's say you have the any client call for, let's say, PowerApps project. So once the detail has been filled, you have to click on complete booking. So once it is done, the we have this dialog box like the booking has been confirmed, the name of the meeting, when this meeting will occur, the time, and this room. The CR means conference room, Los Angeles. If I close this, on today's booking, I can see today's booking that client call has been booked. I will create another booking for the future date. So I will select, let's say 20 July. I want a booking from, let's say there is a training happening in my office, let's say from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I will check some rooms, and this is a webinar. So what I will do, I will just use the recreational area which has the capacity of 80 peoples. So I will name it as M65 community event. I will click on complete booking. I will close it. I will go to home page. So as you can see, the meeting is not happening here because as I said earlier, it is only displaying the today's booking. Once I click on view all, I can see all the bookings. So these are sorted based on the dates. So let's say it's 13 July, then to 20 July. Yeah. In this order, the bookings will appear here. So this is the demo. Like here we are showing the one booking today. So what, how many number of booking we have? We have this button in this, and the number we are showcasing here. So this is the complete demo. Once I click on logout, it will ask us to, means it is asked for the confirmation box in mobile. So once you click on close, then application will close. So this is the complete demo of this application. Now moving to the solution part. So here as you can see, I have the solution. Let's say I will open my solution once again. So this is my solution, meeting room booking. In that I have, let's say, two apps. One is the model driven app and one is Canvas app, which is our main application. I will explain what model driven app does. Then we have the cloud flow, and then we have some connections that I've used inside the Power Automate flow, like Outlook, Office 365 users, and Dataverse. So as I'm using Dataverse, so whoever using this application must have the premium license assigned. And then we have sitemap, which is associated with the model driven app, and I have the two tables. One is conference room and meeting information. So the main question here is, so let's say the question will come to your mind is why we have to use a Dataverse table instead of, because we already have the Office 365 Outlook connector. Using that, we can already get all the information we needed, like room name and room address. Yes, you're right. But the reason I have used this because I will start this application. The main reason is I am showing the metadata. Let's say this information I am showing, like if I go to rooms, then from the Outlook connector, you can only get the room name and room address. But for these details, there is a HTTP request we have to call, which is a graph API, which we can use to get this information. But let's say you want some more columns or metadata you want to add. So that's why I'm using Dataverse table. And one thing, you don't have to manually write the room name and room address, room email in the Dataverse table. I have created a Power Automate flow for that, which I will explain you later. So for this information, like room image as well, so user can already see like how much capacity this room has, right? So these are the actual images. So currently this is the only stock images, but you can put the actual images as well. That's why this is the reason I have used the Dataverse table. Then we have the table called meeting information, where I am storing the meeting details. So the room has been booked, whoever created that booking, etc. So as you can see, I have multiple entries in my Dataverse table, but in my Power Apps, when I go to home, there is only one booking for today, and when I click on view all, there is only two, because we are not showing the past information. So all these meetings I have created which occurred in the past. So let's say this is for the 12th July. That's why it is not happening in our application. So it will show only today and future bookings only. So let's say you can configure this meeting information table to admin access only or selected users. So let's say there are two people who want to book the same room, but that was already booked by me. But if someone wants to book that room for some specific reason, they can contact me. So the admin can see like whoever booked that room, they can contact to respective person and ask them to if they can change the room, etc. Like this thing. This is the complete random scenario I have taken. Okay. Then coming to our Power Automate flow. So why the Power Automate flow has been used? So the Power Automate flow called as the get meeting rooms. I will click on edit. So this is generally getting the room conference room email address and name from the Office 365 resources. I will open the conference room table as well. So this is the manual trigger flow, where whenever you import the solution that I gave to you, you just have to run this flow once. So it will store the room email and room name in the conference room list, and you can adjust all the other details as well. So let's say this is the manual trigger flow. What it will do, it will first get all the rooms from your Office 365. Then I'm just getting the user profile because I need the room address as well that I have put in the resources, in the Office 365 resources, right? Then what I'm doing is I'm just using the list row action in the Dataverse table. The reason is, so let's say there are 5 conference room for now, when the time you run the flow, but after some time, let's say there are 3 or 4 rooms newly added. So at that time when you run the flow, you don't want duplicate entries. That's what I am using this flow. So what it will does is it will check the Dataverse table that the room is already present or not. If it's not present, then it will add a new room. Otherwise, it will skip that record. And here we have the action called add a new row, that I am just simply adding like room email, room location, room name, and all these metadata. So this is a simple flow. So this is only one time, or you want to make sure that there are new rooms added. You want to fetch the data from that resources and add into Dataverse table. Then you can manually run the flow. So this is the flow part. Then I will go to our apps, and here is the conference room data. This is the model driven app. So what this app does is, so this is connected to the conference room. So I will open this application. So let's say I will play this. So this is the very simple MDA I have created, where you can add the room metadata email. You can also add it. You can also edit this information in table. The reason using this MDA is because we are using images, and that's why I have created this MDA app, so that you can add the images. So once the Power Automate flow run, it will add the entries in our conference room table, like room email, room name, and room address. Only these 3 columns will be autofilled. So you can see these all the columns like room name, room location, and let's say where is that? Room capacity. So you want to add, sorry, room capacity you have to fill manually. Only room name and room email and location will be autofilled. So let's say for the MR 101, I have this information already filled. If you can add a room image, you can see the add image option as I have already added. But if you open this form, then you can see the add option here. Then also you can specify this metadata like is the TV available for this room or is the projector available, right? I will recommend you to not edit the room email, room location and name, which we already fetch from the Office 365 resources. But in my solution, I have kept everything optional except name, because if you want to change it as per your own need, you can do that. So this is the reason I have created this MDA. Okay. So I think you understand all the solution thing here. So let's move to our main Canvas application and see how this thing works. If you have any question regarding this solution, you can let me know in comments. So we will discuss about that as well. Okay, let's go to our main Canvas application. So here is my main screen. So this is just about this application. I have, even though this is the first screen, I have set the start screen as the home screen. So it will not the first screen, just displaying my information if you want to contact me on LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. Right? So we will see the structure first. So here what I have did, I have just created few screens for every menu. We have home, new booking, rooms, success and logout. I will just explain you the code. So on the application start, what I am doing is just showing the loader, because we are fetching the data from the Dataverse table and Office 365 resources. So it will take some time. That's why I'm showing the loader. Then here are some theme settings like font family. I have choose their Poppins. Then font sizes I did. And for the application menu, I have used this array of object. In that I have the menu name, then screen. So it is recommended that the screen should be same as the menu name, because we are using the active icons, right? So whatever the screen is active, we are showing the blue color. So this was just for user experience and UI. Generally what the standard says that for every screen you should add home screen, then room screen. So this is the thing I have did. Then we have the icon black and blue. Black means the default and blue means whenever the item is active, then it will show the blue icon. So this is the thing I have did. Then here also the menu settings like icon size, font size and height. So what it does is, this is my menu. So icon size we have, the font size we have, we can change it from the here. Then here is my main collection. So I'm just collecting all the conference room from the conference room Dataverse table. In Vihar calendar, to create a booking, every user have their unique calendar ID that we are getting from the this connector Office 365 Outlook calendar get table dot value. So this is really important. And then we are just using this collection for the meeting times. So for the start and end time, we have the drop downs. So this collection I have taken from the existing template that has the text to display and the complete minutes. Then I am showing getting the conference rooms and all rooms text. This is for the booking only. Then on the home screen, if you go to on visible, I'm just showing my all bookings. So what it does is, on Dataverse table, we have all the bookings from different people, right? But user wants to see only their booking. That's why I am filtering the record by user email and the meeting start time. So meeting should be in future. So let's say the current time is 11 a.m. I don't want to see the meeting that happened in the 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. I just want to see the future meeting. That's why I'm using the filter. And for the view all, here the collection I am using is my all bookings. Here I am not using any filter. So this is I am doing in the home screen only. So this is my all bookings, and here the collection says the my today's booking, right? So all booking means whatever the booking I have made for today and future date will appear in this collection. And in my call, my today's booking, that means the only booking will be I can see, which is booked today, right? So as you can see, there is one additional filter criteria I have added. So this is just the home screen and all this code. For new booking, when I click on new booking, then I have the date, start time and end time. So for the start time and end time, as you can see, I have added some condition that once you open the application on your end, you can easily get the idea what it is. But as I explained in the demo, for the start time, what this formula does is it will just calculate the current time and it will show the start time after that. So let's say currently it's a 11:15 a.m. So it will show the start time from after 11:15 a.m. So it is showing 11:30, 12. And for the end time, what I am doing is whatever the start time is selected, I want the time after that. So let's say I have selected 11:30, it is showing me the 12 p.m., 12:30. If I select let's say 8, 7:30, then it will show the end time from the 8, 8:30 onwards. So once you select this control, you can easily get all the idea what this will do. As I have already renamed every control and action as per standard, so you can easily get like what this formula does. Then let's say here I will use app, and for the check rooms I have to also put the formula which is for the room checking. So this is really important because we don't want the meeting conflicts, right? I will just use the format. So when I check the room, I am just showing the loader. So first it will find the available rooms. So based on the whatever time, date, start time, end time and date we have selected, it will find the rooms available using this formula. This is the Office 365 Outlook connector and this is their action, find meeting times. So these are the existing, let's say we can say schema we need to pass, like who is the required attendee, then is organization optional, what is the start time, end time and the meeting duration. So based on this information, it will filter out the available room for the selected times we have selected. Then we are just passing those data into this collection, because in that we will get a table. So you don't have to worry about this because this is the existing formula I use from the templates. And once the everything is done, we can see all the available rooms in this collection. It will, in this we can get the room email and room name as well. So once I click on this, if I click on check rooms, if I go to the available room email, as you can see, the result I am showing is the email. I got the email. So based on the email, I already have the Dataverse table. In that I have the same email. So what I'm doing is in gallery, I'm using lookup for that collection. So to fetch the data like room image, room location, capacity, and all these fields like the audio device available or video device available, like that. So once I select the room, then here the text box we have the meeting detail. Just want to put the meeting detail. Default I am showing this text. So for the complete booking, we are using the action called calendar post item. Office 365 Outlook calendar post item. In that we need to pass the calendar ID which we have used in the app on star property, because I explained the user has the unique calendar ID, right? Then we have to pass the meeting detail. That means this is the subject of the meeting. So currently you can see there is a Swami Navle booking. Then we have to specify the start time and end time, which is in the UTC format. Then we have to give the time zone as well, like whatever the time I have selected, in which format he has. So as you can see, I have already formatted in the UTC. That's why I use the UTC format. And then here are the required names. So this is the really important because every room has the email address associated. So in the required attendee, we have to add that email address. So once I select any item from the gallery, so let's say here is Australia I have selected. And on selection, I am just storing that email address in this variable. So as you can see, when I selected this, you can see the conf.australia, and this is the email address of the room. So once I do this, so this is I'll just add a comment, add entry in Dataverse table. So the first part, this is for the Outlook, adding event in the Outlook and booking the room. And the patch action is for the meeting information, which is the table I have created inside our Power Apps. Right. So in that table, I'm just showing the room email, meeting name, meeting start, and so all this information is similar as this. So I'm just copying and pasting all the data for our future references. So once everything is done, I'm just navigating to the home screen. Sorry, not home screen, to success screen. So once I complete the booking, if I click on it, the booking has been confirmed, as you can see, and I am just showing the information based on the items I have selected from the new booking screen. So here you can see the name, then time, start time, end time, and the room has been booked. And once I click on close, I will go to home screen, and as you can see, the booking has been appeared here. If I click on view all, then I can see three meetings, two meetings for today and one meeting for the 20 July. I hope you understand the Power Apps complete application and whatever the code I have written. So this is the complete, very basic and simple code. If you look at the existing template of the Power Apps, so it's a desktop application, but I can say it is not very UI and UX optimized. Right. So there are a lot of things I enhanced in this mobile application. Like the main thing is like user can only see the future date, then start time is based on the whatever the current system time is, so user cannot select past time, you know then when I select the future date, it will show the from the 12 a.m. to 11:30. So all these things are did dynamically to enhance the user experience of the application. Also, one thing I told you that in the modern control, there is a property called start date. Here you have to specify today. So once you specify this, user cannot select past dates. But in classic control, we don't have this functionality, right? So if you remember, using the classic control, we can select the past date. So this is, we have to use the start date. We also have the end date as well. So you can specify like what is the maximum end date user can select, right? So currently I just use the start date because it's very standard practice. So this is the complete application. I will show you the data sources. So as I mentioned in the about, we have the two connectors, Office 365 users and Outlooks, and then we have two Dataverse table, which is conference rooms and meeting information. We don't have any flow associated with it because we have created manual flow that user have to trigger manually only once, because it is not the thing like there are new conference room every day creating in our organization, right? So whenever you heard about any conference room created, you just have to run the flow and fill all the metadata manually. So there is a small manual work, but yeah, for the user experience and the application look and feel, it is really great. Then I will show you the settings of this application. So this is the scale to fit. I have turned it off because it is for mobile. Then in the updates, I have used the modern controls. So you can see the look and feel is very really modern. So I have used the modern control for this. And then I don't think there is any special setting you have to do. Let me check. Yes, you just have to use the modern control if you are building a new application. But as in the solution, I already have the setting turned on, so you don't have to modify any settings on your side. I will just publish the application once. So I hope you understand the complete application, the solution structure, and the Power Automate flow. So now the last thing is how you can import the solution I gave to you, right? So this is my development. Actually, this is my tenant. So development tenant, in that I have created the application. You want to use it application in your own tenant, right? So I will just switch to my other screen where I have the another tenant. Okay. So here's my another tenant. In that, what you have to do, you just have to click on import. When you browse the file, you just have to upload the zip file I gave to you here. You have to click on next. It will then ask you, let's say I will do it practically. So is the meeting room booking template. I will click on next. So this solution is already added. So it will, I think it will give me some pop-up like this has been already added. So you can see this version is solution I already installed. So what I will do, I'll just reinstall again. You have to click on next. So this toggle will not appear for you. It just display you the connections. You have to use the connection like Dataverse and Outlook. So once you click on import, the package will start importing in your tenant. So once the package has been imported, you can open the package. Sorry, you can open the solution. You can see all the apps, floats, tables associated with it. The first thing you have to do, you have to go to cloud flows. This is unmanaged solution. Just I'm telling you that this is unmanaged solution. You can modify anything as per your need. You have to open the flow. So this is the very first step you have to do after importing the solution. You have to open the flow, then you have to run it once. So once you run the flow, your existing room email, room name, and room location will be added to your Dataverse table. The second thing you have to do after that, you just have to go to apps. You have to go to the MDA, the conference room. So the one thing just to add here, once you select the model driven app, you cannot might see like the play icon. So what you have to do, you just have to open this application and you can select the publish button here. So you have to publish it first. So for my case, I have already published it. So I just have to open the app. I will click on play. You don't have to configure anything. You will get all the data here. Let's say you have to open the room. You can see all the details like name will be appeared here. All this information I fill manually, room capacity and all these devices information. And I have also uploaded the room image. So once everything is done, you can directly go to your room booking application. You can play it. I will just turn on the simulator, though you can see. So if I go to rooms, it will display all the rooms associated in my tenant. You can start using this application directly. So this is how you can import the solution. If you get any error, please let me know. If there is anything need to configure in my side, I will surely let you know. But this is really simple. You won't face any error as I can share